Hello everyone! I am going to teach you how to remove a green screen and then add a little trick that I haven't seen in any of the other tutorials that I thought was pretty clever. How I often composite, so be sure to, even if you already know how to remove a green screen, stay till the end and I'll show you a little nice trick that I got for you. So what I'm going to show you is how to not let your memes be dreams. And we're gonna remove Shia LaBeouf's green screen right here. I'm gonna show you how to do it. So I got the footage right here on Shia LaBeouf saying just do it, and just do it. And that's exactly the right type of green screen. It's not too blurry, but it's not perfect either. You can see like a little bit of shading in there. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drag this footage onto a new composition. Second of all, what I'm going to do, I don't have to do this because this green screen is pretty good. I'm just going to like look at the whole thing. I'm going to see like, hey, where is all the stuff happening? So what I do know is like nothing is going to happen on the edges. So normally he's walking around a lot. So I'm going to grab my mask tool. I'm just going to click and drag around it. And that's the stuff that I don't want to be bothered with. So now normally, like it could be like a light on the top screen, or maybe like the edge of the screen, and I just want to get rid of that as soon as possible. Again, it's not really necessary for this example. It's just good practice. So I can see his hand here, and his hand is just being chopped off by my mask. So I'm just gonna remove that real quick. I'm gonna say just do it, just do it. I'm gonna check the whole footage. There we go. He's walking around, and that's the stuff that I will never have to bother with ever again. Oh, there we go. He's going with his arm off screen. Maybe grab a little bit more here. So I'm gonna grab a screen. I do like a little bit of motion blur, because if you're seen as motion blur, that's gonna be where all the issues are. So I'm gonna grab something with it's pretty straightforward, but a little bit of motion blur. And I'm actually not gonna add one effect, but I'm gonna grab this effects and preset panel right there. If you don't have it, you can open it up with Window, Effects and Presets. I'm going to start typing here. I'm going to type key, and right there I'm going to see a lot of things. So one of them is key light, which is perfect, but I'm going to grab key light. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. You're going to see like key light, key cleaner, and advanced spill suppressor. And that's a little cocktail that After Effects made for you. So I'm going to grab that. I'm going to drag it on top of it. There we go. Now obviously nothing is going to happen, and you can see the key cleaner is on, but the advanced spill suppressor is not, and which is great because the little symbol is turned off right there. And I got the key light here, right here. From this point on, it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to grab the screen color. I'm going to grab that little eyedropper. I'm going to click somewhere on this screen. Now already most of it is gone, but you can see like this is a black background. Maybe if you have the checkerboard on, you'll think it's fine, but if you see it against a black background, you can see like a lot of things are going wrong. You're gonna see a lot of that green screen still coming through. And right here I got the few intermediate results. So I'm gonna go screen matte. And screen matte basically says like, hey, only look at the alpha value of it all. The more white something is, the less see-through it is, and the more black something is, the more see-through it is. Black is completely see-through. So I'm gonna open up this little thing right there, screen matte, because I'm in screen matte, and I'm gonna clip black and white. So if I up this quite a bit, you can see the little shadow in the background, that little white stuff, just gonna go away. But you can see some stuff in his shirt as well, but that means something is see-through, and we don't want that either. So I'm gonna clip white, and I'm gonna just push it down a little bit. Not too far, and as you can see, like there's a little bit of gray area on the fingers, maybe on the hair and on the edges, etc. And that's good because we want that, because there's motion blur there. That's why I picked that very image. So I'm gonna go back from screen matte to intermediate result. There we go. And well, you can still see a green edge around it, and that's fine, but we can delete that. And quite simple, with the advanced spill suppressor. I'm gonna click that, whoop, and bam, it is gone. We can still see that the edges on the motion blur is quite nice. Maybe there's still a little bit of an edge right there. For now, that's fine, and I can keep tweaking these numbers until I'm happy. I can go back to screen matte and then just tweak it a little bit more. Maybe lower that key cleaner a little bit, or even increase it so the edges are even softer and nicer. But for now, I'm gonna keep it at 10, and there we go. That's it. But there's one more trick that I want to show you guys, because that's the whole process. That's the whole process for removing a green screen. First do some masking and grab that key light, key cleaner, and advanced spill suppressor and just throw it on there and tweak those numbers. Now what if I wanted to add a background? So what I can do is I got a picture of space here. I'm going to just throw it behind him, and well, you can see that he's in space, but he's not really there. Like the colors are really off right now. So what I can do is just grab him and then maybe add some hue. I'm not typing that in as well, and I can just tweak it, maybe some more saturation, maybe tweak his colors a little bit so he's more in space. And you know, there's all sorts of stuff that I can do to make him more in space. But there's one trick that I learned, and that's really nice. I can use the space background to actually light him up. So I'm gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click both and I'm gonna duplicate them. I'm gonna make sure those two are all the way to the top. So I got just do it, space, just do it, and space. And I'm gonna turn off the audio for just do it because he's loud enough already, otherwise it will play twice. And then I'm gonna say track matte. If you don't have that, if it's on switches, then I'm just gonna say toggle switches and modes, and I'm gonna make sure that's there. And I will say none, and I will go alpha matte. And if I just solo that, you will see him being in space. Well, actually his silhouette is being in space. So what I can do, I'm going to solo that off. I can blur that. So I'm going to type in Gaussian blur. I'm just going to throw that on there. I'm going to blur that a little bit, quite a bit. Now obviously you can make a cool effect with this, but it's not what I meant. Quite a big blur. I don't want that edge too clear. Yeah, something like that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this into a, well, let's try color dodge. There we go. So now he's being lit by the background, basically. Maybe it's too much, so maybe I'm gonna tone down that a little bit. And wherever I am going to move these layers to, wherever he's gonna be lit. So here it's really light, and here it's really red. Maybe that's still too much, but for this example, that's quite nice. Maybe the blur is not enough. Maybe I gotta do more blur. Maybe like a 400. It's a lot of blur. I'm gonna grab those two video layers. It's red over here, and it's more blue over here. There we go. That's perfect. And that way he's a little bit more into that scene. I can duplicate that as many times as one. Maybe I want to try a different blend mode, and there's definitely a lot of different ways of doing this. And it's just one of the ways that I like doing it. There we go. So original colors, and there you have it. That's all I wanted to show. I'm gonna play this out a little bit. And if you're not sure if you should do this tutorial, well, just do it. Bye bye.